all in the legs. It also doesn't matter what bike you ride. You can ride this bike or the Ultra. The Ultra is a much bigger bike. Some people find it easier to pick up than this bike because it's not all the way down. It's about 45 degrees. So really half the work is done for you. So it really is the same technique. It does work. I have picked up many different bikes with this technique, so I can tell you that it does really, really work well. A few reasons why we don't want you to pick up a motorcycle. If you have bad back or bad knees, don't lift, call roadside assistance. If the bike is leaking any fluids, or if it's on an incline or decline and could roll away from you, don't lift, call roadside assistance. So there's 3 steps to this. Step number 1, you want to make sure you turn the engine off using the engine cutoff switch. Then you want to come to the back of the bike and you want the bike to be in gear. So when you're lifting, it's not going to roll away from you. As you can see, this bike is in gear, so I don't need to do anything to lock this back tire. If it wasn't, I'd pull down on the shift lever and bring it into gear. So now when I pick it up, it's not going to roll away. Step number 3 is probably the most important step. If you forget step number 3, it's going to have the most negative impact on your whole lifting experience. The first 2 steps, if you forgot one of them, it probably would be okay. Step number 3, if you forget this, the side stand, it's not going to be good. You're going to be picking up from that side as well. So do not forget the side stand. Now this is really common to forget, especially if you're embarrassed if you drop your bike. Guys, are you ever embarrassed? The men? No, never embarrassed if you drop your bike? Good. Well, what I've heard from a lot of people, if they're embarrassed they drop their motorcycle, they're in a hurry to pick that bike up. And then you forget the side stand. Now, the bike doesn't always fall on this side on a mat. Sometimes it falls on the other side in gravel. So I will explain in a few minutes how to pick it up from the other side, especially if you went down in gravel. Make sure you scrape away all the rocks, all the loose gravel from the lifting area, especially where your feet are going to be because you don't want to slide. So get rid of all that loose gravel. Now, if you've watched this in the past, if you've actually watched a demonstration online and you couldn't do this, I can explain probably what was going on. Online, they show you to sit down against the seat. In fact, there's a lot of videos, and I think Harley has one of them. Harley has a video where it's from the motor company, where they show you to sit down against the seat to bring the bike up. It's really, really hard for me to do this. In fact, I don't even know if I could do it when I'm down so low. I cannot use my legs to push that bike back because I really don't, the angle is just not right. So I prefer to be up on the seat. So just from coming down and here to coming back up here, it's all the difference in the world. So if you're having a hard time, make sure you change the position where you're sitting. Either drop down lower or come higher. You'll know when you're doing it because you'll feel your leg muscles engage, and the whole thing is you're going to be pushing the bike back. You'll see the bike move. It's all a pushing back motion. Stay firmly planted in the seat. Don't roll over. Also keep your feet firmly planted on the road surface. 1 foot in front of the other or side by side, it really doesn't matter. You just want to make sure you engage those legs and push your weight back. And again, it's not a lifting up, it's more a pushing back. Left hand knuckles out, I'm going to grab the hand grip. Right hand is just resting on the fender. If you can't reach anything with your right hand, you really don't need to use that right hand at all. So at this point, I'm going to rock this bike up to 45 degrees, then I'm going to stop. Now the key here is stay sitting on the seat. You want to stay sitting on the seat because you want your upper body to hold the bike up. Now if you have a bigger bike with bags on it, anybody have a bigger bike with bags? I'm sure many of you do. This is the angle of your bike when it goes down. So the key with the bike at this 45-degree angle is you're going to start low. You're going to come down low, keep dropping low, and taking small baby steps till it comes onto the side stand. Now if the bike does go on the other side or you forgot that side stand, you're going to make sure you do the same thing but go really slow. As you're holding the bike up with your weight, you can now turn, grab the hand grips and straddle the bike. Now I know I make this look really easy, don't I? I've been doing this for a while. So I'm going to find somebody who's never lifted a bike before, and you look like the perfect person. Come on. I'm assuming you've never lifted a bike before? All right, awesome. What is your name? Yumi. So Yumi's going to show you how easy it is to lift a bike. They're clapping for you because they know you're going to do a great job. Yumi's going to show you how easy it is to lift a motorcycle when she's never lifted one before. After Yumi does this, if anybody else wants to stick around and lift, come and see me. Don't put your bike on the ground or your husband's bike, ladies, or vice versa. Come and practice on this bike. So that's what this is here for. It really does work well. It's easy to work on. You can do it on any motorcycle. But one quick little tip I'll show you. If you are riding with two people and you do this and your bike has a floorboard, if you have somebody, the second person, stand on the floorboard,